4 behaviors that leads to 100% divorce and breakup in a relationship. Most times you do these things, you feel your partner is supposed to understand, they're supposed to tolerate. It is nothing or it is small. This leads your partner to be disconnected with you emotionally. And when they are disconnected, they will hardly want to stay with you. So number 2, most women are on this table. They do it every time. It's going to shock you. Most men also do it. So if you find out you're doing any of them, stop. 1 is criticism. Always trying to criticize or always trying to attack your partner's character and not their attitude. Then when you attack your partner's character and not their attitude, this is when you blame your partner for something instead of telling them, oh, you did this. No, I don't like this. You change from this. Let's take for instance, your husband needs to maybe take care of the kids. Maybe he didn't do it right. And you're always like that. You're always allowing me to do everything. You don't do things for me. Most times you tell your wife you're always lazy, you're becoming too fat, you're eating too much. Those words, as little as they sound, as little as they are, instead of telling them what you need them to change from, but you're attacking them, their character instead, it makes them to grow resentment for you. So most times women will say, oh, my husband, he doesn't help me out. He doesn't do this. He doesn't take the children to school. Tell them what you want them to do. Always attacking their characters make them to resent you and never want to work on that relationship, because when they stop growing connection for you, when there is no longer connection, there is nothing you will do for you to keep them. They want their way out. Contempt. When you treat your partner with disrespect, you mock them, you're being sarcastic when they talk to you, or even when you roll your eyes. This is the most dangerous of them all. Even though it will sound or it seems as small, or it is nothing, he's supposed to understand. Most women, when their men are talking to them, you see most of you will sigh. Most of you will just walk out. Most of you will just roll your eyes and walk out on them. This makes your man feel you're being too disrespectful. No man wants disrespect. And most times your woman is talking to you, you're being sarcastic with what she's saying. Like she said, oh, I want this. Even if you know you can't do that for her, you're being sarcastic. You're repeating the same thing she's saying. Oh, can you do it for yourself? Most times you ask these questions without knowing how hurtful those things are to your woman. So if you know that these things are things you're doing in your marriage or in your relationship, it might seem small or it might sound small. It might seem something you feel your partner is supposed to understand, and you want to show that you're angry, you want to show them. Do not do it. Tell them how hurtful what they said, you feel about what they said. Tell them you're not happy with it. Instead of always rolling your eyes, or instead of being sarcastic with what they are saying, acting as if their feeling does not matter, or they say something to you, you're using it to mock them or things that happen to them, your partner will be resentful towards you and they will never want to stay with you, especially if it's an attitude you've always displayed over the years. With time, no matter what you do, your partner do not want to stay with you anymore. This leads to divorce and even separation in a relationship. Defensiveness. You're always defensive. You always defend yourself. Instead of hearing your partner's concerns, you don't take responsibility. When you do something, each time your partner wants to bring it up, you want to always shout. You want to always shut them out. Instead of at least listening to what they have to say, you're always making up excuses that will eventually escalate to conflicts. Every conflict, anytime they want to have communication or conversation with you for things you've already done or you did to them that hurt them, you don't want to pay attention. You don't want to listen. You're always shouting, making excuses why you made those things instead of quietly saying sorry. I am sorry heals every heart and heals every wound in a relationship. If you don't have that I am sorry in your mouth and you're always coming up with excuses, your partner eventually gets tired of you. They lose every form of emotional attachment they have for you. It leads to serious resentment. that they no longer want you. They no one longer want to be in the relationship. They want their way out of that relationship. Most times you'll be asking yourself, what did I do? I've been a good person. If you're a good person, you will never ever ignore your partner's needs in their relationship, because once your partner feel their needs are not met, they want to communicate it. And when you don't listen, when you don't apologize, when you don't make amends, you're always defending what they are saying or what they said you did. You're always defending it. You will never understand what they are going through, and you will never see their pain. When they are tired of such actions or such attitude, they will want to leave, and they will never want to leave. They will never want to look back. So if you have such attitude, change from it. To instead of being defensive, listen to your partner. Know what they are saying. Are you doing those things? Apologize for them. If their actions is what is making you do that, tell them politely so that the both of you can work on it. But if you keep doing it, I tell you, even if you're married to them, one day they will leave that they will leave that marriage unannounced, because it is something that has hurt them for so long in that relationship, in that marriage, that they've already endured. Now they no longer feel they want to endure it. And the last one is stonewall or stonewalling. This is when you stop engaging or you shut down completely. You don't engage in conversation and you withdraw from every means of communication. You don't want to have conversations. This one always overwhelms your partner, and it makes them to have this disconnection from you, and it also frustrates them. Most times, a woman is in a relationship, your man is doing something to you. Maybe you feel you don't like it, you don't tell him, or most times you feel because he knows you're supposed to get angry, you don't bring it to his action. Most times you keep malice, you give him silent treatment, he's talking to you, giving him one word answer. Yes, yes. Many women do this a lot, especially the married ones, even those in a relationship. When you stonewall your husband or your man, you're telling him that you don't mind him giving attention to other people. You don't mind that you don't even value what he has to say to you. If you're a man and you stonewall your partner, you're making her to be resentful, because it's overwhelming. At a point they feel, what do they really need to be in that relationship with you? Why do they should they be there? Why would they be receiving such treatment from someone? They feel devalued. They feel, I need to remove myself from this person because I don't want to feel this way. So if you're in a relationship, always learn to communicate, especially when you're not comfortable or happy with something. When your partner communicates with you, don't give them silent treatment because they said their mind. Learn to rub minds together. Talk about it. Tell them why you acted the way you did. And if it is something you know you need to work on it. There is no point when your partner is talking to you or your man is talking to you. Most women lose their marriages to young girls, young ladies, because they always stonewall their men. They don't want to have conversation. They don't want to talk about something. Thereby making their men feel less of themselves. They are not even up to talk to you. Most times, this is when you get your men to withdraw themselves from you. No matter what you say, they feel they don't really want you or the relationship. Most times you say, oh, I'm a good woman. I've been a good wife to him. Ask yourself, have you been stonewalling him? Have you been keeping malice? Have you been giving him silent treatment? If you have, it could be the reason why you would lose your marriage or your relationship. So if you're doing it, learn to stop. And if you're a man, there are men who also keep malice. If you're a man who keep malice, it's not going to lead to something that might bring the both of you together. Rather, it's going to break your relationship, it's going to break your bond, it's going to always lead to resentment. The person do not want you. She gets so overwhelmed that she doesn't really need that relationship anymore. Which of these four things are you doing in your marriage or in your relationship? Ask yourself this question. If your partner is doing any of this, learn to share this video so that they can see it, so that you tell them that these things are things that is affecting our marriage or our relationship, so they can draw the line and stop. So if you're doing it, learn to work on yourself and stop it, because it might be small, but it's really mighty, that destroys every marriages or relationship. Ask those who have divorced today. This is one of the things that broke that marriage, that beautiful couple, that beautiful marriage you'll be seeing, you'll be admiring. Most of these things are the things that break them, those marriages and that relationship. So if you're doing it, learn to stop. This is Bell Solution. The goal is for you to always stay in a healthy relationship and a healthy marriage. Have you liked? Have you followed this channel? Have you subscribed to this channel? Have you followed this page? Give this video a thumbs up. Do not forget to share out this video. Many marriages are breaking up. Saying this will help them know where they need to make adjustment and amendment, and do it to also save their marriage. Do well to share out this video to your families, to your friends. You never can tell the multitude of people you'll be saving and helping their marriage with this. Thank you.